And we're back. What are we back to?
Well, today I think we're back. We have a bunch of pens here we can go over and review.
Gotcha.
See, by the end of the day, hopefully we'll have a new favorite pen we can use.
I like pens. I need a new favorite pen. Who are you, by the way?
I am Nathan Rocks, and I'm sorry, who am I speaking with?
You'll never know.
Okay.
I'm Justin Dorenzo.
Do I know you?
No. In fact, I'm going to end the podcast now.
This is perfect timing. I actually had a nap to go to.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell us about the first pen?
So I think starting off, this is a pen I usually use, the Pilot G2. Yeah.
Okay. Let's look
It's
at the box.
decent
here.
rate. Does it say it's a gel pen or not?
It's a premium gel roller. It
Okay.
is fine with a 0.7 millimeter tip, and it says it's super smooth, quick drying, and refillable. So when we use it all right now, because we'll just nonstop,
Check for the longevity.
yeah,
of the
and
pen.
then we can call up G2 and refill it.
Has a nice click to it.
Yeah, it's weighty. It's not like an easy click. Let's see. It is fine, I would say.
It goes pretty smooth, but I just on my test had a lot of
Smudging.
runoff that smeared all over the place.
Wait like 5 extra seconds because I have none. And now try it.
Yeah, nice to have a bunch of runoff.
That's
If
weird.
you hold it down a little too long, you get some too. Yeah. So man, I'm just a little heavy-handed, but
Okay, yeah, I guess the heavier you press on it, probably because it's such a fine tip, it's not used to having that much ink boil up because of, I don't know. I don't make
True.
pens.
yeah, I'm a big pen guy. I just use them a lot for working.
Yeah, well, when this podcast doesn't work out, we can just go make pens.
I could be a pen designer.
Yeah, I think that could work.
Yeah, it's gonna leave a mess on my hand later.
Yeah.
It's like that at the end of every day.
How do you rate it?
Overall, it seemed like a pretty average pen.
Average pen doesn't stick out to
Yeah,
you.
maybe like a 5 or a 6 out of 10. Nothing special.
Yeah, that's fair. It's nothing great. Pretty,
Yeah.
pretty dime of the dozen. Average pen. I'm gonna go throw these away now.
Alright,
There you go.
so let's just leave these at the top of the charts for now.
Alright.
Until we see which ones we like better.
Yes. So, I want to talk about how My Neighbor Totoro is the worst Studio Ghibli film of all time, and it is also the most overrated one.
You really jumped into that. You're gonna have a lot of people upset,
Maybe.
but you're also completely not wrong.
Thank you.
It people just absolutely love that show. They go
Nuts.
movie like they go crazy for it.
Yeah.
It's really like I thought it was kind of boring.
Yeah. And before we get into the specifics, it's easily the most popular if you don't believe us, which you should, because I'm telling the truth. I promise. When you go into like merch shops, it's always like 80% Totoro merch, and then like 20% everything else. And I'm pretty sure his merch logo is of Totoro.
That is might have to look into it. I'm not sure that was the first Ghibli film, which might explain the logo thing.
Oh.
But it is definitely just all over the merch shops. Like even in Japan, when I've been through like
Really?
the airports and stuff, if I see like a bunch of Ghibli stuff, a lot of it is just Totoro.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah, it's a lot of like statues of it, stuffed animals of it,
What the heck?
and it's
I thought it was just like here because it's like the entry level. It's cute and quirky, whatever. Oh, I guess this problem stems further than I thought. What? I didn't know that. Check. See if it is the first one.
I'm pulling up my phone right now. I'm trying to check.
Well, while you're looking,
So it's not the
Okay.
first one.
oh, what
It's
was
a
the
little bit before. The first one is The Great Adventure of Horus, Prince of the Sun.
I don't even know if I've heard of that.
I haven't heard of it either.
Yeah, I've never seen it. That's for sure. Okay. How far up the chain is this one?
This one's actually a little bit out there. A
So,
little bit up the list.
Quote unquote more recent.
I wouldn't say that. I think it's a 1980 movie still.
Oh, okay. Wow. So what was the first one?
So this one, alright. So, for the director, Miyazaki, the big studio, Ghibli got his first film.
Oh, can I just interject real quick? Really stupid question. I'm going to out myself out as a complete idiot.
So I think we both are. But
Yeah.
go ahead.
How exactly is Miyazaki involved with Ghibli? Because I always see his name pop up too.
He's a big director and screenwriter, so he
Okay, so-
wrote the films for
Okay.
like a lot of their biggest hits.
So Ghibli did the art, and Miyazaki did all of the
I
like.
think he did
tinkering
the
to
art
make it
as
an
well,
action.
but yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
His first film with the studio was Castle in the Sky in '86. Then Totoro was
That's a
in
good film.
'88. So I think one of the reason Totoro was popular was because like I could see in 1988 it being considered a good film, but more than just that, it was popular with children, and obviously children's a big marketing point. So.
Yeah, I guess, and I guess at the time there was nothing else really like it.
I guess. I mean, Totoro by itself is very cute and marketable. It made me want to watch an entire film.
Yeah.
So.
Or the actual film, but he's only in it for 10 minutes.
Yeah, he's barely in the. Like, I think when we watched it, we did a check, and he doesn't actually get in the film until like it's halfway over.
Yeah, it takes super long for him to get into the film, and then when he's there, all like 3 of his appearances or however last like 30 seconds.
Yeah, he didn't have as much screen time as you think he would.
I'm pretty sure Cat Bus got more screen time than Totoro.
You think the Cat Bus had much screen time?
I could be remembering wrong. It's been a while since we've seen it. But regardless, he
Yeah.
had barely anything. And then it doesn't, if I remember correctly, it doesn't go anywhere.
No, it really doesn't. Like, they introduce dramatic points, and then they kind of just resolve themselves.
Yeah, like her getting lost. That could have been an interesting finale, even if she is eventually found. But yes, okay, I understand that when you pull up a point of conflict, you have to solve it. But it didn't even flesh out the conflict. It was problem and then immediately solution.
Yeah.
It's like, oh wait, we found her in the river, whatever, lake.
And with their mother dying, and then
Yes.
just everything was okay.
Yeah. Really, the only actual fleshed out, like, point of interest, plot point, whatever the proper terminology is her finding Totoro, going through the whatever, crawling
Through
through
the tree, I
Yeah.
think it was.
That was it. Like, that had a build up and it had a conclusion.
Kind of. I guess I could see a conclusion, but it didn't seem like there was a huge conclusion to it.
Exactly.
It didn't seem like there was a build-up to it.
I guess the build up is where is she going?
Yeah.
And then, she found the thing.
Then you see Totoro and you get excited for Totoro,
and then
which
it's not in the
I think
movie.
just everybody does.
And then just the stuff that she does, all right, so this is, again, going to go against my credibility, but I can't even remember anything that she did on screen. Like, just her, Like, what was she... I can't remember. And it's not even because we saw it, like, 4 or 5 years ago. I would remember. If I truly enjoyed it, I would remember the stuff she does. I don't remember.
She doesn't do a whole lot. I don't think anybody really...
Yeah.
It feels like nothing really happened in the film, honestly.
If you go up to someone, like, what's your favorite scene? They'll be like, oh, we're standing in the rain with the frog or the cat bus or...
Yeah.
I love the movie.
I can see it being like a good kids movie, I guess.
I suppose.
But I still feel like Studio Ghibli has much better films
Yes.
to be watching
lot
over.
better. No, that's not to discredit the art. And
Yeah, it's
the
really
music,
beautiful.
the sound, everything that makes it whole is really good. But in terms of, like, the plot and the plot points, nothing happens. It's boring.
Yeah, and I get it's like a kids show, but I feel like they could still. I'm not gonna say they could do more. I was just saying I don't get why it's that popular.
Yeah, no, I don't get it. I would understand if someone's answer was, it's Totoro. Fine, okay, he's cute, like we said. But again, he's barely in the movie. He made that much of an impact on you for being in the movie for 10 minutes and doing, again, what, he flew around, stood in the rain? What else did he do? That's not a memorable character.
Yes, memorable. I mean, he is the...
I know, he's the mascot.
Mascot for the whole studio.
I don't get it. It's a boring movie. It's super overrated, and I'm super glad that we felt the same way immediately after watching it. Something's wrong.
I just hope there are other people that feel the same way.
If not, we're going to die.
I don't mean to just trash on the film. I'm just saying it's not one of my favorites.
No, and I don't think...
I was generally looking forward to watching it too.
Yep. Yeah, actually really looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, because everybody made it sound just amazing.
Incredible.
Yeah.
And even if it wasn't that much hype, I don't think... Okay, maybe the disappointment would have been a little less, but I still don't think it would have been something I would have enjoyed.
Yeah, it's just... Maybe I just don't have, like... Since I didn't watch it as a kid, I don't have the nostalgia with it.
Yeah, that might be it, nostalgia.
I feel like a lot of people also didn't watch it as kids.
It might just be
and
the whole...
still just like it.
Like the Nirvana t-shirt, you know? Half the people that wear it don't know
Probably
what
never
Nirvana
even
is.
seen the whole film.
Nirvana's my favorite clothing band. Yeah, Ghibli,
Yeah.
That's the Totoro guy. I love the bear, and I've never watched it. I could be wrong.
I watched the other movies, I just haven't watched this one.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
It
Because
could,
I could totally see that.
I would love to know.
It's just Totoro, yeah, I like that. I would get like a stuffed Totoro or something.
I mean, he's cute.
It's cool, yeah.
Just didn't leave an impact.
Yeah, it didn't leave a strong impact for me.
No. I would love to know if people like it, why they like it, like unironically, without jokes, and if anyone else doesn't like it, I'd also like to know, unless we're literally the only two people
There's no way we can be the only two people that
that
don't
didn't
like it.
I've never met anyone who doesn't like it. I've only ever met people who haven't seen it. So
Now, have you met more people who haven't seen it versus who have seen it?
yes, I've met more people that haven't versus have.
Are these people that like would watch anime and stuff, or is just like random people that would like kind of know the movie?
I would say all of the people that I can think of off the top of my head that I've seen and asked if you've seen it are people that would, at least at a very small cursory interest, be like, yeah, this is something I'd watch. But wouldn't say anyone is not like, like my mom. I don't think she'd watch this movie. But everyone that I talk to, is like, I would imagine, has at least like a small cursory interest in whether it be anime or, full fleshed out animated Japanese films. I think so. I think they'd watch it. But yeah, definitely more people who haven't than have.
Okay.
I've never really been able to sit down with someone and ask them why they like it, because I don't know anyone that does, because no one's seen it.
It's hard to compare with people who I guess have never seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Apparently, there's a lot of people.
Yeah, but also a lot of people have seen it, but I can't find them. I don't know where they are.
It has a fan base somewhere, I bet.
Somewhere, but
They
don't
probably
exist near
hate
me.
us now.
Yeah,
so
they're
it's okay.
gonna kill us. Yeah, absolutely. Next up, why Little Big Planet is the worst video game to come out. I'm just kidding.
Actually, next up, you got these couple of pens over here.
Pens?
Yeah.
That's right. What are these ones?
You got some more Pilot-based pens.
Okay, what's the name?
These are the Pilot Precise V5, a premium ball rolling ball.
How'd they put 5 cylinders in a V?
Well, because you just shape it differently.
Oh, so it's like a...
They make one of the V's longer than the other one.
Oh, that makes a lot of
There's
sense.
an extra room for a cylinder.
Oh, yeah, if you ever want to get an extra one in the future.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I don't know why they don't do that. Anyway, what do we got?
This one, for sure, looks a little spurtier than the other ones.
That's because it's extra fine, coming in at 0.5 millimeters versus 0.7.
Oh.
This is also refillable, but this one's blue, unlike the red one.
This one also has a little thing on the tip.
Oh, the little. I was expecting that on the red one. Yeah, it has one of those tip protectors.
Yeah.
And now I'm covered in ink. And the click is not as heavy. There's less weight.
It's a little disappointing.
Really? I kind of like it. I don't like too heavy of a click. I don't want it too light. Let's do the smear test.
Well, it's not smearing.
You're right. So, okay, heavy press. Okay, so everything I said previously as to why I thought it was smearing is bullshit.
I can force it to smear, but it's not just doing it with my normal handwriting.
Yeah, no, and we're pressing hard too. It's not smearing. Okay, so that it's just a bad.
It's not as smearing as the other one was.
Maybe it's I don't know anything. Maybe like ink mixtures.
I think the other one was gel based. I don't know if this one is.
Oh, that's right.
Was all pens or just gel
all
based?
pens are gel pens, and well, I mean we are dumb.
I think this is ink based.
It doesn't say anything about gel. I mean, I could be stupid. Beats me. I haven't started pens yet because this podcast hasn't flopped yet. But if no one watches or listens to this, then I'm gonna start learning
It's
about
smooth,
pens.
but as I write, sometimes the ink just doesn't go down on it.
What do you mean?
It's like it just stops working a little bit at some points every now and again.
That might be because it's new or
Maybe it just doesn't have a good
fine.
flow to it.
Yeah, I don't know. I would rate this one higher though. I'd give it like a.
Think so?
I'd give it like
So
a.
the other one's a 5. Because I give this one like a 6. I don't
A 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10.
Yeah, no, this one was actually better though.
Yeah, looks a little nicer too.
Yeah, I also like blue over red. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's more uses for a blue pen than a red pen.
Yeah, red's just for telling people that you screwed up
Yeah.
and that you should reevaluate your life.
But moving on, this weekend, this past weekend,
The weekend?
Yeah, the weekend.
Where is he?
Actually, I don't know what he did this weekend, but I know we went to Barcade this
Yeah,
weekend.
we did.
It's a bar in Philadelphia, PA.
Yes.
Has a bunch of classic arcade cabinets in it.
Off the top of my head, they had things. They had Daytona USA, Crazy Taxi, Galaga, Dig Dug, stuff from like the 80s and 90s primarily.
And a cool little Pac-Man game. Like
the 4-player Pac-Man.
Yeah, 4-player
Yes.
Pac-Man, which I crushed at,
You
in case
did.
anybody was wondering.
Yeah, he did win.
Yeah.
Yeah, and its whole gimmick is, it's a bar and an arcade, obviously from the title. And you might be thinking like, oh, just go to Dave and Buster's. But this is, it's smaller, has like a more homey, I guess.
it had like
feel.
a certain charm to it.
Yeah. It doesn't feel as, I don't want to say corporate, but corporate.
Yeah.
And it has older games, and a lot of modern arcades don't, unfortunately, have older games, which sucks. Because stuff they're putting out today, in my opinion, is not as good as stuff that came out in like 90s, 2000s. That was the golden era of arcades. But I could talk days for that.
True. I think the highlight of the night was just seeing Justin get sloshed
And still beat
completely.
people at Daytona USA. I beat, we took someone else, his name's
Name withheld.
beat him, beat a random stranger or two, I can't really remember. Still got it. So, if you ever bump into me, you're going to lose at Daytona. Just a heads up. No, it was really fun. They had a kitchen there too with food, but it was closed when we got there. I don't
Oh,
know.
the kitchen was closed?
I asked him. He said kitchen hours are done. I don't know what time the kitchen hours were, but
Could just be a COVID thing too, maybe.
yeah, maybe. I don't know. I would like to try their food though, because I want to say usually more than not, smaller bars, not dive bars, just smaller, nicer, regular bars tend to have like decent
Yeah,
food.
pretty good food.
Yeah,
So yeah, I could see it having some good food.
yeah.
But
And I'm really so they have like these. They had the little tables next to each arcade cabinet that you can place your drink down safely. No one like spilled their drink. No one like tripped into the machines and spilled their drink.
Everybody was like well behaved there.
Yeah,
Like, a little more than I'd be expecting.
Yeah, the people that were drunk playing these arcade games were more well behaved than I've seen people sober playing arcade games with no liquids. Like everyone was treating the machines with like general well respect.
It's like that type of thing where it's like, hey, I know I'm drunk, But I bet nobody else does. So if I play it off well enough, nobody's gonna think I'm just obliterated yet.
Maybe you could be right. I don't know. I feel like everyone I talked to was not sober, but then again, I also was not sober, so I couldn't really tell. But yeah, I'm happy to say that everyone was really well behaved. And I don't know if you noticed it. I was going to try and point it out to you guys, but it was loud and we were ordering drinks. On the wall with Crazy Taxi, they had a big chalkboard with all of the machines' high scores. So
You did point that out to us. I didn't really get a good look at that.
me
though.
neither.
Yeah.
I have a picture of it from like 5 years ago, but it doesn't matter. But what's interesting is that picture that I got lists Crazy Taxi. That arcade cabinet is still there. So again, that speaks even more to they either A, just have like really good mechanics, or B, people miraculously just treat these things with respect, which is weird to me because let's not pretend that like arcades aren't, the most popular thing anymore. And I would argue are dying, maybe not so much as like, 5 to 10 years ago with the comeback of Round One and Dave and Buster's, at least in our area. They're getting a little bit more love, but they're definitely not back in like 2002 where everywhere you went had an arcade. So people aren't accustomed to it as much or care. But the fact that this, I don't want to say random, but random bar in a city with a bunch of drunk people treat everything with respect, it's kind of weird, but I'm not complaining. I wasn't expecting it.
It's definitely nice.
I don't want to cut you off, but no one was even rude either. Like, not even to the machines, to us, like, to people. Like, no one got in a fight from what I could see. But continue.
Yeah, no, it's definitely nice. I didn't get to walk around and really check out all the different games they had. The drinks, I thought they were a little watered down.
They were,
honestly.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, it's I guess helps to keep the machines good.
Yeah. That's actually, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But they weren't like, it wasn't egregious.
Nah, it wasn't like disgusting or anything. They did give us a real shot with like
with that tomato juice.
tomato basil.
What was that?
Chaser.
That was disgusting.
Yeah, I have no idea what that was. It was just kind of nasty, and the dude who gave it to us felt really proud about it.
Yeah, and he called it like a pickle something.
Yeah, it's like a pickle shot, but like
With not pickle
without
juice.
the pickle juice, so he had to use something different.
Yeah, they like ran out of pickle juice or something.
Yeah, it was like kind of like a pizza taste.
Yeah, it was disgusting.
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it.
No, but I went along with it, and I think that's what killed.
Censored.
I'm pretty sure. But right after that, he.
Yeah, I remember he was struggling. At one point, I thought he was going to die. So I went in to go. So Justin finds us, and then he goes away. He says he's going to get some drinks. So I go to stop him, and I keep looking for him. I'm like, oh, this is crazy. Like, our friend's over there. He's not doing okay. And now Justin's gone. I can't find him at all. He comes back later, and I'm just looking at him like, dude, where did you go? I was like, oh, dude, I challenged some dude to Daytona. And I kicked his ass out. It's like, so you just ran away to challenge some guy to Daytona. Didn't even come back with drinks. While our friend over here, like, obviously messed up. And you just go on and off.
You puked in that
Playing
time when I
Daytona?
was gone, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's one of the reasons I left. I was like, oh, if you're going to do this, I'm just going to go grab Justin right now. Then luckily he felt better after that.
Yeah. Didn't he say he almost got kicked out?
I don't think he actually almost got kicked
Yeah,
out.
I didn't see anything happen to him.
Yeah.
The people that were like, even the bouncers, quote unquote, were like, and the employees seemed to be super nice and relaxed.
Yeah, everybody's super nice too.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah, I don't have really, outside of a little bit of a water down, I didn't really have any complaints. I would definitely go back. I definitely want to try their food.
Yeah.
And they probably host like events or something, like Wednesday night. Have it, I don't know if they do or not. I haven't looked at their website in a long time, but that'd be cool if
Yeah, they did something like that. Yeah.
trivia or like get a high score in this game and free alcohol. I don't know. That'd be cool. If they don't, they should.
Yeah. Giving ideas to them now.
Yeah, because they're totally listening right
I'm
now.
going to use some of these pens we got to write down these ideas
You
for
should.
later.
Yeah. I don't know if we have enough pens for all the ideas or.
For all the crazy amount of ideas for our crazy big bro with arcade cabinets, lingerie football field.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Let's just have a whole lingerie arena.
Yeah. Okay. That's a great idea.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're in business now.
Okay.
I just saved us.
Yeah.
You
So
don't
when
need
this
the podcast
fails, and I
anymore.
don't have to make pens, we could do our
Specialty crafted pens.
yeah, I don't have to make specially crafted pens because we have a barcade / lingerie football film now. Do we have to hire players or is it just the patrons? Ooh.
I bet we can find a bunch of people to dress up in lingerie to play pretend football.
Yeah, get a couple drinks in them and say whoever the winning team is gets like free round of shots or
Get
something.
your free rings.
Oh man, that's not a bad idea. That's totally nothing bad could happen.
No, definitely not. Like, there's no way like somebody who is remembering their high school highlight reel in their head at the time is gonna go out there and then after not doing anything athletic for 10 years is going to hurt himself in some way somehow.
No, that totally wouldn't happen. While not even inebriated, so theoretically his actions aren't really up to his full self.
Yeah.
No, nothing bad could happen.
No, I can't see anything bad happening now.
No, I think we should. You just want to end the episode now?
Capitalize on this?
Yeah.
Put in the patent?
Yeah, I think we
Or
should.
whatever else we would have to put in for that?
Probably get zoning for the building. I don't know. All right, let's go. I'll call up my attorney and see if it's okay.
Pretty good attorney then.
Yeah, he's dealt with lingerie football cases before, so you could say he's an expert.
The many lingerie football cases,
Oh, of course, tons everywhere.
especially in this area.
Yeah, they can't stop.
Yeah.
The people from the city leak into our town. They just want to play lingerie football. I don't get it.
We've had a huge lingerie football scandals lately.
Yeah, they got to be stopped. But you know what doesn't need to be stopped?
What does not?
The next pen.
What pen do you have?
Well, it's not this one. It's here. It is. God bless you. I didn't know it was a cough. It's a Sharpie pen. So this is the first like big name brand. I mean, I guess Pilot's pretty big.
Yeah, Pilot's pretty, as for pen goes.
Yeah, I guess because they just do
Yeah.
pens, but I don't know. I consider these bigger because they just have it's a bigger name, you know.
Yeah, well, because they have Sharpies.
Yeah.
That's probably what you're thinking of.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Anyway, it's called the new Sharpie pen. S gel. Okay. This is the interesting part. There's no smear or no bleed. It's their no smear, no bleed technology. We'll be the judge.
I'm about to ruin them now.
And then it says always vivid writing, black ink, and this is back to 0.7 millimeters, which they consider medium, but Pilot considers, well, that wasn't a gel pen. At least I don't, or was it?
No,
The
I
red
think
one?
it was. The red one was.
Was it gel pen?
Yes.
Okay, so Pilot
The
0.7
first one.
gel pen is considered fine, and Sharpie 0.7 gel pen is considered medium.
Well, immediately I smeared it, so.
With a comfort grip. Really? Oh,
Yes.
let me see. Oh, that's true. Not like bad, but like it's still a smear, so they're lying.
Damn Sharpie. Trying the little man.
Oh, look, it's retractable.
Retractable?
Yeah.
I think your one's broken.
Is it?
My one's not doing that.
Or maybe I'm just unscrewing the pen. All right.
He was indeed unscrewing the pen, by the way.
Okay, that's good.
I'd say it's pretty good. I like this one.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It's fairly smooth too.
It's not as buttery as I would have thought, but it is smooth. In terms of butteriness, I mean, like from like moving a line from left to right, how I feel like a little bit of resistance, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Because some pens, I guess not. I think it's definitely the I don't know what they're called. The ones that are like super big. There's like ink leaking out of them. They like.
I know those are like fake pens. Oh, you mean fountain pens?
I guess so. Yeah. I don't know. I don't make pens yet because I don't have to because of the lingerie football.
I'm gonna say it's my favorite one so far, though.
I'm going to say I'm going to rate this higher than the blue one. We'll give this a 7.5, but even though it's higher, it's tied with how I like it with the blue pen.
I'll just put it next to the blue pen for you.
Okay, thanks.
They're the same.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to come up with an answer at some point, or maybe I won't. You know.
Probably not. You don't think about things through very often.
No, I don't. It hurts. Anyway, What are we talking about now?
So, me and Justin, we've known each other for a fairly long time,
well,
since about middle school.
Yeah, let's think about that for a moment. 7th grade, let's say?
I think we've talked a little bit in 6th grade, but we really weren't hanging out then.
Yeah.
And then maybe 7th, 8th grade is when we started hanging out with each other a lot more often.
So, I don't know, we'll just say 8, 9, 10, 11, 2015, 16.
Justin, you're going to show our age.
19. I don't know. I'm done counting. I'm too tired.
It's too high? You can't
Yeah.
keep it all on your fingers?
Yeah, I can't. Too smooth of a brain. It's probably like 10 plus.
Yeah, that has to be more than 10 years by now, I think.
Well, what was 10 years ago? 2010? Yeah. Or not 2010. I guess 2011 now. I keep thinking it's 2020. Yeah, I guess.
Well, I guess about 10 years then.
10 to 11, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So, yeah, you've known each other for a long time. You've hung out with each other. You had some great sleepovers. The night started off like really good. Everybody's just enjoying themselves. We're all
going right into it.
Partying. I remember playing Halo. I didn't have an Xbox. This was one of the only times I got to play Halo.
Yeah, actually, you're right. It was Halo 3 on that big CRT in his living room.
And I let Justin drive because we had like split screen Xbox Live. So I'm let Justin drive. He drives off a cliff, and then
the other team
just follows us off the cliff and dies with us.
It worked.
We're all having a great time.
And then I spilled my full cup of soda on their brand new carpet.
Didn't you also like destroy the toilet? Was that night?
Or was that the other guy? Or was it me?
It might have been someone went into the bathroom and just absolutely destroyed it. Like no one else could get into there.
Me of now would definitely be the correct answer. But back then, I don't know. I can't. I remember. I don't know.
But and then the night kind of.
We also played Prototype. Or at least he was playing it at some point. Yeah.
Someone was playing Prototype, that old game. But the night kind of came towards an end. We decided we would try to, us being stupid kids, we started talking about like women and stuff. And we decided we were going to try to look up porn.
What is that? Could you,
so
for anyone who's listening, if they don't know.
That's a type of media which is probably rates towards the top of things to watch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I was always told...
Was that descriptive enough? Or?
Yeah, that's good. I was always told it has to do with corn, but they like misspelled it. Is that true?
You might be thinking of different things.
Ah, okay. Who knows?
Okay.
Well, anyway. Go on.
I don't think we even look up anything, and then...
No, I don't even think we looked up anything like crazy. It was just like...
We're all just,
or something.
We're just laughing, having a good time, and then his dad just comes down.
No. Wasn't his dad.
Wasn't his dad?
Mom.
His mom comes in.
Don't forget, he went upstairs as we were getting ready to like look stuff up because we had to mentally prepare ourselves because we're kids. It's like, ooh, we're doing something bad, and as we're like turning on the computer and getting things ready, opening up Google, whatever, the main kid, his name's also censorship. He goes upstairs. I don't know why. We don't know why, and then he comes back downstairs, takes the helm of the computer, starts typing the stuff in, and immediately, like, after he hits enter, his mom walks downstairs, and I think someone, like, was like, oh, someone's coming. But even with that, what happened next still doesn't make any sense. She comes downstairs, and she's like, all of you, off the computer, now! And we're like, what? She's like, I don't remember what else she said, but it was clear that, like, she knew what was happening. I mean, why else would you say get off the computer if you're looking at something you shouldn't be? And I'm pretty sure at that moment we were both like I wasn't even, like, the anxiety came after. The first thing that came to my head was, how? Bro, wait, how? How did this happen? Because the way his house is set up is you go down I'm moving my hands like you can see me. You go down a set of stairs, and then at the base of the stairs, you have to turn right. Then you're in the little foyer or whatever it's called. And then if you turn right again and walk straight, you're in the living room. And to your right, behind a wall, was their computer. So the only way to see what was on the computer was to walk past the wall and then turn around and look at the computer. She just stopped in front of their front door in the foyer. There was no mirrors. We've confirmed that. Did he say something when he went upstairs? Like,
I just feel like that doesn't make any sense.
no, why would you?
Why would he?
Hey, Mom, we're looking at porn. Just thought I'd let you know.
It's like, hey, Mom, Dad, well, you guys are sleeping, but we're gonna look at some titties, okay?
No, there's no way. He's not an unintelligent person. Even as a child, he never really did, like, you know, stupid kid stuff. So I fail to believe that. I cannot believe that he went upstairs and said, yeah, we're looking at porn. I'm just going to rule that out and pray that that's not actually what happened. So the only other thing that would make sense is and this was one of the first things that popped in my head, and even then it still doesn't make sense. They had some sort of future technology to monitor what the downstairs computer, like what was being searched.
There's no way they had that, because like that,
No.
there was technology like that. That was not like a common thing at the time. Like, nobody, like the schools were barely even using that at the time.
No.
There's no way they were using that.
Yeah, so again, the only thing that could have tipped someone off was someone's like, oh, someone's coming. But that could mean literally anything.
Yeah. You should be looking up stuff on the black market for all we know.
I might be trying to buy, you know, an RPG.
But
a role-playing
like
game.
The game?
Yeah. So that, if you can even call it a slip-up, that was the only slip-up. Was that, oh, someone's coming. But there's no way that tipped them off.
There's no way, like, you hear that and then you immediately get, like, that upset.
Yeah. And to make it even stranger, it was as soon as we hit enter, she started walking down the stairs. How?
I have no idea.
Literally, I've said this to you time and time again. It keeps me up at night. I'll never stop thinking about this. We'll never come up with a solution.
This has just been one of our biggest childhood mysteries.
And then the rest of the day was ruined. It was so much fun. We were having the time of our lives. Like, it was one of the best times I've ever had.
It was supposed to keep going on into the next day, too, because we were sleeping over. And I was like, all right, tomorrow morning we're just going to pick back up from where we left off and keep on going.
The porn or the fun?
The fun.
Oh, okay.
And, like, we woke up, and, like, his dad was downstairs. But, like, we all started waking up, too.
We woke up, so his dad, like, went down on, I remember that. It was, like, early in the morning, his dad went downstairs and was, like, looking at the computer. And then he went back upstairs, I guess to, like, go back to bed or something. And then we all woke up and started having fun again.
Like, we all knew we were in, like, we didn't know we were in trouble or not. But, like, we knew his parents were awake. So we started throwing a pillow at each other. We start laughing and having fun again.
Yep.
Then he just comes down, like, mad at us again. It's like, oh, you all get ready to go home. You're going home right after this. I mean, we were all just, like, stopping, like, oh, I guess we really were in trouble still.
Yeah, he screamed at us. And, like as a kid, that really, woo.
I think that got a lot of us. I think it was a few years before any of us went back into that house.
No, it was. I specifically remember that birthday party was the last I saw of him for the rest of the summer until I saw him come into class on the very first day of school, next grade, which was 7th grade. And I remember looking at him, I'm like, this is literally the first time I'm seeing you. This is nuts. I wonder if he remembers. And we've asked him about this, I think.
I was not there for that. I think you said you asked him about it before.
I want to say I have. And I don't remember what he said, so that must mean he didn't know either, because I would have remembered a satisfactory answer, because I've been trying to answer this question. We've been trying to answer this question for years. Yeah, and then we all got driven home, and then he called us, each and every one of us, and he's like, "I'm sorry." His dad made him call. I won't forget that either.
Yeah, I think I remember that too. Because I remember being on the phone, but like in my basement, because I think I was trying to make it so my mom wouldn't hear. But then I think they just called my mom on her cell phone or something and told her anyways.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Because he was like, I'm not mad. This is what happened. So I had to then explain to my mom what we were doing as kids.
Wonderful. I had to explain because it was like 7 a.m. by the time we were all dropped off.
How was it?
It was like super early. Like, no, super early for me is like 9 a.m. It was no earlier than 9 a.m. And my dad was like, "What are you doing home?" I'm like, straight up, we were looking at porn. And we got caught. I don't know how, so I'm home. And he's like, oh, okay. And my parents are like, welcome back? I guess, like, hi. Yeah, and it was traumatizing. I remember, I love his parents. Like, there's nothing against him.
They're great people.
Nothing against his parents. Was the reaction a little too much? Maybe. I'm not a parent. I don't want to be a parent anytime soon. So I don't know. You know, I don't quite
it's
know.
hard to, like, figure that out. Like, if this is like, hey, this is
was it too
a
much
lot,
or was it no?
or it's like not.
I will say though that the very first time, like 18 years later, when we went to his house, or however long it was, I was like shaking, like looking around.
I remember
like,
being in high school,
yo.
coming back, and I was like, this is really weird. I'm wondering, like, I know
There's
his
no
dad's
way that you
not
came back
still
in
mad
high
at
school.
Me. Yeah.
That
Yeah,
happened
you've
at
been a
the end
lot.
of 6th grade.
Yeah, I was back there in high school.
Oh my god,
What?
that's so long.
Well, it might have been 8th grade or something.
So whatever, still.
But I feel like it was at least a year before that.
Yeah,
Or
it
at
could
least
have
until
been.
like the next summer.
Yeah,
So, yeah, again, about at least a year before
Yeah.
I went back.
yeah.
And I was just being in his house. And I was just like, this is weird. Like,
I know.
are they still mad
They're
about
still
it or
mad
not?
about
Then
what
his
happened.
dad's like, oh, hey, Nathan,
Hey,
how's it
what's up?
going? Like, hey. And he's like, oh, hey,
Yeah.
how's it going? I was like, oh, I guess they're not mad
The
about it.
same exact experience. I was like, I
Yeah.
guess we're all good.
I guess this is all okay.
And to be clear, they didn't ban us from their house for a year. We were just too
It
scared.
was just like, this is weird to go back.
Yeah, that was weird.
You know what might not be weird?
Ah.
Hopefully, this next pen.
Oh, that's right. What is
the
it?
Pentel or RSVP. It's a fine .77.
Okay, yeah.
Tip.
And it's a ballpoint. Doesn't say it's gel. Smooth lines always.
Glad all of these generally have been fine tip. I hate when the tip isn't good.
Well, shut up. Was that a joke or? Anyway,
Was it?
I don't know. Ooh.
This one was actually kind of nice.
Yeah, this one, there's see, okay,
Wow.
get the Sharpie pen, go make a line
Sharpie
with
pen?
both of them. I promise you this one has less resistance making a line than the Sharpie pen. Do you feel it or am I crazy?
This one was definitely smoother.
Yeah.
Like a lot smoother.
Yeah, this is the best feeling
Do you
one.
want to try?
Yeah, actually, I think I will. Let me use my... Oh, yeah.
Doesn't really smear that much either.
Here, take this. Let me try that. No, it really doesn't. You really have to try. This is good.
Yeah. This is probably because this is, you can't see it, but this is the most, probably the most generic looking one.
Yeah, it's just
in
clear.
the batch. And like, it has like a good weight to it too.
Is that ink ball in the cap?
Oh, that might be an ink ball in the cap too.
Huh.
I don't think it is. I think it might just be collecting, or well, it
Yeah.
doesn't even touch it.
Let's see. You're right. Yeah, I don't know what that is then. Beats me. Because I have had pens that like rest inside of an ink ball in the cap. I would say.
Okay, yeah, this one's definitely the best one so far.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this.
Very
We've only been
surprising.
each pen. We've been going up one number on the rating, but I'm gonna go up again and just give it
I'll
an 8.
give this one a solid 7.
Fair. I'd rate it higher if it looked better. It's just, I mean, I like it, shiny, but it's just generic looking. But it's the
Yeah.
best feeling pen. Smooth, no smear.
Did you put that at the top of your list?
Oh, 100%.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I was saying that one.
So I'm gonna put the Sharpie actually under the blue.
You like the Sharpie less than the...
Yep. Even though I rated it higher, I like it less.
The blue one he's talking about is a Pilot Precise V5 or a T. It sounds like a car name. Sounds pretty sick. It has 5 Vs.
Yeah. That's the one where you can put an extra.
I don't think I like it better than that Sharpie, though.
Fair.
But yeah, no, that Pentel OSPP was definitely the best one so far. Really surprising.
I don't think I've heard of Pentel.
No, maybe, don't they make graphic cards? Or?
I think that's Intel, and they make CPUs. But, you know,
Pretty close.
I could see where you'd get mixed up. But maybe if you convince them hard enough, Pentel might want to make CPUs because...
Where are you going with this?
I don't know.
Speaking of CPU, that's something you would need to play an MMO.
What's an MMO for the people? Why don't you explain that for everyone listening right now? Because there's hundreds of thousands of people.
Massive multiple octopus.
Whoa. How do they do it?
So they take one octopus and duct tape it to another.
That sounds like an Eric Andre skit.
Are there any MMOs you're looking forward to? Or?
Well, there was Crowfall.
Can you play that one now?
Mm-hmm. You can, but it's like $40, and all the reviews are like 4 to 6 out of 10. People are like,
well, that's not good.
Not that
you were
great.
looking forward to that one for a while too.
Yep. I haven't looked in a while, but I don't think there's anything.
Oh, Blue Protocol. I think it's still one that looks good.
Yeah,
it's been a while since I looked at it.
It visually looks good to me.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything else, but I like the way it actually looks.
And I know there was one or two others I was looking at. What I wanted to get into is Final Fantasy 14.
But what's the requirement?
I'm told you need to put in somewhere between like 120 to 140 hours before the game really
I promise the
gets
game gets good after 140 hours. I promise, bro.
I hope so. But I just don't know.
I'm not going to do that. You can if you want.
I might. I mean, I put a bunch of hours into Black Desert Online.
That was fun.
That was fun. I tried to get back into that one a few months ago. I just couldn't do it.
Yeah.
It's a lot to relearn.
Yep, exactly. There's so much.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it was a little too much because every time I played that game, it was like I was going to school to figure out all these massive just list of things that you could do and manage and automate. It was like Factorio, but with a full combat system.
There's a lot to it. So instead, I just play a game called Armworld.
Oh, yeah.
That game is fantastic.
I haven't played it, but I know you and other of our friends speak highly of it.
Have the Ideology DLC for that.
What is that?
It's like basically like kind of added religions to the game, and it like dictates more what your colonists will do. You can kind of gives you more or less control over them based off of like, hey, I'm a vegetarian, I don't eat meat now, but if I do eat plants, I'm even happier than before.
Okay.
And stuff like that.
Oh, okay, because it aligns with their beliefs.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
So
That's neat. But it's not an MMO.
It can't sort of be like one.
Okay.
They have multiplayer mods for it.
Oh, okay. Didn't
Yeah, I did that with one of our friends on Steam. It wasn't
Yeah, I heard it was not
the best.
the best.
But I could see it being better if you really put a little bit of time into it.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
What about you outside of Blue Protocol and wanting to play Final Fantasy? Is there anything on the market or coming out that you'd be interested in?
I don't think there's anything too much right now. I guess maybe I'd
No.
take another look at it, but this hasn't been an MMO recently that really seems gripping to me.
Yep, because like I said before the podcast, it's either A, it's too ambitious and it never comes out, B, I forget B, and C, God bless you. See, it's just like all the rest of the MMOs. What was B? What was the third pillar? It doesn't come out. It's like the rest of them.
Just bad.
Yeah, just bad, I guess.
Yeah. Just almost seems like they just steal your money.
Yeah. Yeah, it's either like it's pay to win or it's just really poorly designed or,
Yeah.
Like Star Citizen where it'll never come out, but people are. And I'd love
People
to
are
eat my
quite
words.
hopeful for that.
I really want to eat my words, but I'm sorry if you're paying like 50 grand for virtual items for a game. It's, I mean, you could play it, I guess, but it's not even out yet.
The thing is, like with Star Citizen, I feel like it really doesn't need that much more to be considered like a really playable game.
Yeah,
either.
from what I've seen, like it looks fine.
Like I've seen videos of people flying the spaceship and like it looks so crazy complicated and like fun at the same time, and the graphics
And
look
from what
really
I hear,
nice.
people are like, yeah, I mean, these like, I don't know how it works. Like there's like beta tests or I don't know how it works.
I think if you just buy
get
like
access to whatever's
something
out.
to the game, you can play it.
Yeah, from what I've heard.
Yeah.
And I remember I tried it out when it was like super like years ago. They had like free weekends, and there was potential, but this was way before any of the advancements they had now.
Yeah. So I don't remember what the shooting was like, but I think they just up it to like something more like maybe a COD or a Battlefield, with like giving it some actual content, just a little bit, like maybe something geared towards some type of PvP type of stuff. I think a lot of people would really be willing to jump in and just play it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I think people, no, I don't think, I know people are still clamoring that, or for, like the, what was that game? No Man's Sky. Like that.
Yeah, like that
what
type
it was
of
promised, but like actual, the entire package.
Yeah.
Because Elite Dangerous is trying to do it, and respect to them, they actually, the game's out, and they're actually releasing content. I haven't played it in a while, but it's like super slow rollout.
Go back to that too.
They just released on-ground combat, like first-person combat.
You know Elite Dangerous?
Mm-hmm. That's their latest expansion.
You have to pay for the expansion, or?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll have to take a look at it. It's been a while since I played that game.
Yeah.
Maybe could try to like get into it a little
Yeah, I've
more.
tried a couple times, and it lasts for a couple weeks, but then I just kind of get burnt out because it's still way too open-ended, or at least I'm an idiot and I can't find the proper things to do to keep me entertained. When I'm given a true sandbox, I'm not going to have fun. I need you to tell me, like, at least something small. You got to point me in the direction.
Give you just some type of goal.
Yeah,
like
I need a goal.
Smart, easily obtainable.
Yep.
Like, or more just like a direct goal sometimes.
Yeah, you can't just drop me in with all the
Yeah.
tips. Create your own fun. I can't.
That's one of the reasons I lose interest in Minecraft so fast whenever I feel like playing it. It's just like, well, I just kill the Ender Dragon again, and then...
Yeah, what am I going to do?
No, well, like, yeah, I can build whatever, but why?
Yeah, well, I guess vanilla, mod packs or something different, but... Yeah, no, absolutely. It's just, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Survive? Alright, I guess.
It's not exactly a thrilling combat survival game.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No. But yeah, okay, here's a hot take. What if MMOs have always just been bad? What if trying to make an experience geared towards, I don't want to say everyone, but geared towards a massive group of people dilutes the quality of the product? Because again, the more people you are marketing towards, the less focused it is and more watered down.
I mean, I see what you're saying, but then there's things like... I think the biggest problem is the competition MMO has.
Because it's kind of like a monopoly right now, you mean? Or
It's not necessarily that it's like a monopoly, as much as it is like... most people... Like, yeah, there's a huge amount of people that like playing video games. But either they want to gear it in some type of single player game where they can just kind of master one certain type of combat aspect and go through like a story that they can get a strong connection with, versus then when they want to do something with friends, they want something quick and easy like a Apex Legends, Warzone, or just hop into a random like COD and
which I still have installed.
yeah.
I still have to play it. But yeah, no, I understand what
They
you're saying.
want to hop in something like that and don't want to put in the investment into an MMO.
No.
And a lot of time the stories of MMO.
Oh man, I haven't paid attention to a single one. I don't
Yeah,
even
I've
know why
never
people write
paid
for them.
attention to it. I know some people like they get really into
Do they?
it.
I've never met a single person that's ever.
I people like if like I think the MMO I played the most of was Black Desert. I could only kind of tell you what's been going on in that story. But I know there have been people with World of Warcraft, where they really knew like everything that's going on with the story and why it's happening and stuff like that.
Sure.
And it's like
That's too much.
yeah, I wouldn't know. I
It's
just want
not
to play.
even that it's too much. It's either they bombard you with way too much exposition to where my monkey brain's like, sorry, I'm not going to pay attention. Or the more common case, well, I guess that's common too, is it's always like high fantasy. So like when you're throwing names at me and like names of places, people, objects that are like not real, my brain automatically is like, screw you. You're not paying attention. This is way too much energy that I don't have to expend. So I just skip. And it's a shame because I always, as I'm flying by these text boxes, I always think to myself, someone put in hours. Like this was their job to write this that like no one is
it's
going
like
to
this. This is my only job is to write the story and all the dialogue for
that
this.
no one's going to read.
And there's like me, and it's like I just don't want to read it because at some point, like I am excited to try and play the game, but then if I have to read through all the dialogue of everything, it's just like I'll never get to play the game. I'm just going to be spending my entire time reading like a book of dialogue.
Yep. It's not.
That's kind of what I do when I play. I'm trying to play through the Mass Effect trilogy. They came out with like the special remaster edition or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm playing through the first one right now, and I will just sit there and listen to all of the dialogue because it's all voice acted, which is amazing.
Yeah, it's super cool.
Some of it's based on logs and stuff, but for the most part, all of the story and like the lore and the world building you can get through a voice acted dialogue makes it so easy for me to just sit there and like listen to this dude explain this entire alien race's
I guess
history.
that's another thing too. Voice acting can help.
So I'll just sit there and listen to the whole thing, and because of that, I haven't played as much of the game as I wanted to. Because I just like there's a lot of world building for not even being into the game yet.
Yeah.
I just enjoy listening to it.
Yep. And now, okay, I understand you can't necessarily have voice acting, or at least full voice acting in an MMO.
Especially in MMO, that'd be so much stuff.
That's next to impossible. I'm not saying you can't do it. You could if you want to spend a lot of money and hire a lot of people, but you have to spend a lot of money and hire a lot of people, and no one's going to do that.
I guess you wouldn't have to do it for everything, just for like the important parts.
Like main quests.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. Again, I don't know anything. I think Guild Wars 2 might have had voice acted story quests. I know they had like the cutscenes of the characters from the side profile talking to each other. I don't know if they were voiced or not. I can't
feel
remember.
like they probably had a couple.
I know they had voices,
voiced, but not enough of it, probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm really also surprised. Again, I don't know anything. This could be out there, but I'm really surprised no other MMO has really either made it like their primary goal or had as a side feature like Guild Wars did, the world versus world. I feel like I was the best part of the game in my opinion. I didn't care for the MMO, but the world versus world, even though there was a clear meta, like there was a clear right and a clear wrong, so you couldn't really like, have fun. I still had fun. It's a cool premise, like PlanetSide 2. The entire game is that world versus world type aspect.
I know in the end game of Black Desert, PvP was a pretty large part of it, and that was sort of like that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fight for different like castles and stuff like that.
Oh, cool. That would have been cool, but there's no way I'm getting to the end game of Black Desert anytime soon. Okay. I mean, that's fair. I feel like it's either like at like the end of the game, or it's like hidden under menus, or it's just not in the game at all. I feel like that's a cool feature. I don't know why more like massive games don't do that. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah.
Beats me. You know what doesn't beat me?
What doesn't beat you?
These next set of pens, or well, I guess we'll see.
What do we have?
We have our first 3-pack.
Ooh,
Yeah,
three of them.
3 colors. There's a black, a blue, and a red. Which color would you like?
Take the black.
All right. I don't care for the red one, so I'll use blue. It's from Pilot. These are special ones because they're erasable and retractable.
Oh, and they're from Japan.
Oh, never heard of it.
It's a small unknown island country off the coast of other countries.
Oh, yeah, they make the, yeah.
It feels quite plasticky.
Yes, it does. It has this, like, I don't like that. Weird. Yeah, I can feel it, too.
Decent click. Gotta click down on the little clip thing.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
That's weird. Yeah, you click down on the, like, thing, you clip it onto your shirt. It's a 0.7. It's gel. And they tell you to erase and stop bullying. Speak Up, and that's sponsored by Cartoon Network, which this episode is not sponsored by.
Time to go bully.
How do I erase? I guess the tip here.
Well, that's not erase too bad, actually. It's pretty good.
Yeah, the eraser's not bad. However,
it doesn't smear really either.
But it's the strangest line. Look at it. Like you can
it doesn't leave like a satisfying mark.
No, it's like the middle of the line is empty, and it's just like 2 small lines put together. It's the best way I can describe it, unlike just a normal line. Does it erase other pens?
No, the eraser does not work on other pens. I'm guessing that has something to do with the ink or the gel in it.
Yeah, that's why it looks that way. I mean, you know, erasable pen, it's cool. I definitely would use it.
Yeah, sometimes you just need a erasable pen, I guess.
Yeah.
It's not my favorite one, though.
No, but the eraser's nice, so...
Well, I don't know if I like it better than the Sharpie or not. The Sharpie S-Gel.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it above the Sharpie.
Actually, yeah, I think I'd put it above the Sharpie too.
Yeah, I like the way the Sharpie writes, but it wasn't as buttery as I was hoping. So I don't know. I'll give it like a 6 or something.
I don't think it was as good as the Pentel.
No. Oh no! You can put it. Oh wait, no! Move it down 1.
Oh, you don't like it as much as the Pilot Precise V5 RT?
Let me see it again. Yeah, I don't remember actually. Let me just make sure I'm. This one, let's see. That's just tough. Yeah, I like the way this looks. So, yeah, keep it where in second place.
Okay.
So what do you want to talk about next? Yeah, me too.
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
So what is your favorite thing to get from a convenience store?
You know, that's a wonderful question. Sushi. I'm just kidding. Or maybe I'm not.
Ooh, gas station sushi.
Well, here, I guess I like the easy access to snacks and drinks and quick
That's not very...
foods.
Yes, that's really general.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was gonna say, like here, I like going to like a Wawa.
Okay.
Maybe get like a sandwich from there.
Yes.
They have like have you ever been to a Wawa? They'll have this like kind of oven thing next to the registers. And they'll have like pretzels or like chicken nuggets on there.
Which I need to find out what time they close that, because I'm sick and tired of walking in the one late at night craving like chicken nuggets and they're closed.
Well, the one we just went to did have chicken nuggets.
Yeah, oddly enough.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I definitely picking up the chicken nuggets, especially if I can find like the buffalo.
Yeah, the buffalo ones are great.
Yeah, the buffalo ones are really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely better than the actual ones in my opinion.
Wawa's just much better than 7-Eleven.
It's not even a contest.
I had like a nice 7-Eleven.
No. Maybe like a taquito, but like that's not nice.
Yeah, I think there was a 7-Eleven in Philly on like one of the main streets, which was pretty nice. But it was just absolutely ransacked by all the college students walking around and stuff.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, here in America, convenience stores are usually dingy, dirty, sell gross food, and have a lot of crackheads.
Wawa's pretty good. The reason I bring this up is compared to some of the ones in Japan. They have Japan. I'd say the three big ones: 7-Eleven, Family Mart, and Lawson's. I think generally with the people I speak with, the real comparison comes down to 7-Eleven and Lawson's mostly.
Okay. Now you're not just speaking to people about this. You have a little bit of experience in this, don't you?
I've been in Japan for a few years, so I'm a bit of an expert at this point. Maybe not the greatest expert, but I speak about this with experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say the way Wawa's are now, they're actually really good. I haven't tried too much of their prepackaged foods.
Me neither.
None of it looks as good.
No, it doesn't.
As the stuff in Japan.
I think I've had their apples. That's about it.
No, like the prepackaged fruit looks good. I'm talking about like the actual meals.
Sandwiches and stuff.
Because in like Japan, you get like all types of stuff. Like they have like ramen that looks good, curry, the Japanese type of fried chicken, so like the chicken karaage.
What's different about it? Like, is there any like noticeable difference?
I mean, like with the chicken?
Yeah, their fried chicken.
Yeah, they cook it differently. Like when you think of fried chicken in the States, you think of something like a KFC or like a Popeyes.
Yeah.
In Japan, it's kind of like in the anime, how they have like the chicken karaage, and usually that's how they'll give you like fried chickens. Now, like a Wawa has like that little oven next to the registers. In Japan, they'll have something like that too, but it'll like pretty much always be packed with like chicken and stuff. Like sometimes if you go really late, there might not be anything in there, but from what I've noticed, I'll go there about 11, 12 o'clock sometimes, and it'll still just be packed with like chicken. Like chicken karaage on like a skewer. You can get it like that, or they'll have like almost like a Wawa hash brown.
Okay.
But it'll be like a fried chicken. So it'll be like a rectangle thing of chicken.
That's interesting.
It is absolutely delicious too.
Wow.
Some of the best chicken ever.
And these are at the 7-Elevens?
7-Eleven, Lawson's, Family Mart.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just so good.
Wow. I don't know that.
It's absolutely delicious.
Yeah, it's like you can actually go there to get like actual food. You would never go
you
to
definitely
7-Eleven to get actual food. You can, but
they even have like the frozen food they have too. Like they'll have like frozen fried rice. Like I had that, put in the microwave for a few minutes, take it out. Just absolutely delicious. And like some of the instant ramen they'll have just blows out like pretty much everything in the States. And it's like I don't understand how the technology is here to give us food like this, and we just don't have it in the States.
Yeah, it doesn't make
any sense. Like it would sell amazingly.
You would think it doesn't make sense. Why?
Especially when it's like a 7-Eleven. Like why does 7-Eleven see how successful it is in Japan, and then looks as trash as it does here in the United States?
Oh, they look so disgusting.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's bad.
Never have like anything I want either.
No.
Yeah.
It's awful. The people are usually rude that work behind the counters. They look like they're falling apart, the buildings. And the stock of stuff is okay. Like I said, you don't really go to 7-Eleven here to get a nutritious meal. You'll probably die.
Now, if the meals were completely nutritious, that's another story. But they had like side dishes. Some of that stuff looked pretty healthy, though.
Okay, fair.
Ice cream selections are honestly probably about as poor as like a Wawa or something.
For ones in Japan?
Yeah. Some of the desserts they have were like legit.
Desserts? Like, define dessert.
Like a cake or like a pudding
Oh, wow.
or
Okay.
something like that. Or sometimes they'll have like other things. Like they had like this whipped cream strawberry sandwich thing. That's absolutely amazing.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. It's like in between two slices of white bread. It's delicious.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Huh. And, I mean, also the city structure is a lot different over there, but another reason I assume they're more successful, or at least, on paper, successful, is because there's a lot more of them, I would assume. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. It looks like there's more darted around.
Fairly all over the place, especially in the cities. I think the further you get out, a little more spread out, but generally, yeah.
Yeah.
They're fairly well located
Yeah.
throughout.
And it's weird. It's almost, at least here, it's almost like suburbs. There's at least Wawas, not so much 7-Elevens, everywhere. But then you go into the city, and it could just be because it's a city, but I feel like they're spread out a lot more, the convenience stores.
Yeah, they definitely are spread out a lot harder to find.
Yeah.
Like if I go to like a city in Japan, it's a fair expectation of me to just be like, okay, I shouldn't have to walk more than like maybe a block or two from my hotel or whatever. And here's some type of convenience store.
Yes.
It's super convenient, by the way, too.
Really?
Yeah.
They should call them convenience stores.
You're right.
Okay, so we're dropping the football lingerie, and we're gonna open a
Lingerie convenience store. Yeah.
Ooh. Okay, that's interesting. That's less of a lawsuit.
Hopefully.
I
I
guess.
feel like someone could still complain about it somehow.
I guess. I don't know. Make them sign a waiver. We're giving away free ideas.
Yeah, I don't think I'll complain walking around finding some lingerie convenience store in the middle of the night.
I suppose.
Probably also be super drunk as I'm walking around. Everything would just be closed, and then I'll just see like the lights. And I was like, "Yo, what is this place?" And then just like, "Oh, this is beautiful." Walk in here, just people in lingerie all over the place.
Oh, that's right. They also sell alcohol, don't they?
Oh yeah, that was probably one of the best parts about it. Is you go to these convenience store, this is where you can get all of your alcohol, and they badly good selection. You get some Jack Daniels, get some sake or soju. They'd have wine, beers. In Japan, it's super popular to get the chuhais, which is like a whiskey mixed drink type of thing. You can get like big tall boy cans too, which is pretty much all everybody would get. And they are fantastic. If you ever seen them, I highly recommend just buy it.
Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, at least here in our current area, you can't really go to a convenience store and buy liquor or beer or any sort of alcohol. You have to go to a proper liquor.
Yeah, for licensing reasons.
Yep. That's not the same everywhere in this country.
Yeah, because I know in Arizona, I would be able to go to like just any Walmart or like a Target.
Yeah.
Just pick up all my
I
alcohol.
wish I could have used my employee discount on some cold. That would have been great.
Cold one for the boys.
I wish. Yeah, no. That's fair. That's really cool. To just be able to walk in with 7-Eleven whenever you want. And
yeah, that's the other thing. Because like, a lot of places, they have like a time limit when they can have to stop selling alcohol.
Oh, yes,
7-Eleven's just 24-hour, walk in whenever you
Is
want.
there anywhere here that is just 24-hour alcohol?
No, I think they all have to be closed by 10?
Yeah, I think
It's like
10.
some time that seems oddly early for when people would want to pick up alcohol.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that doesn't make too much sense.
yeah. The other weird thing about Japan is you can like open drinking, so I can just go wherever and drink.
Yeah, I forgot you said that. That's so nice.
During COVID, it was nice. Like we couldn't go and drink inside of the bar, but what we would do is we'd go to the bar, get some drinks, and then sit outside of the bar and drink the drinks there. Or we would go to 7-Eleven or Lawson's, just walk in, buy a couple of cans, walk out, drink in front of that, then just walk in as we needed more. We would just do that all night until we had to go back to base.
Yeah. It's nice.
I mean,
that's super nice.
Sounds a little ridiculous, but there's still a great fun time.
No, it's nice. And again, I'm not trying to be, well, not again, I haven't brought this point up yet, but I don't want to be, that everything's better in Japan. But I don't really see, at least not in this timeline, where the entire country that we currently live in, America, could be open drinking everywhere. I don't see that being a good thing.
Yeah, it's hard to see that as well.
Yeah, and that sucks because I would love that. That's really cool. But
yeah,
it just wouldn't work, unfortunately.
It is super unfortunate. You kind of wish that there would be some more places open that you could go to drink. But
that'd be nice. Yeah, at least just like stay open later.
Yeah, like some parks or like something like that. Because that's nice to go out and drink over there too. But
yeah, I would imagine.
Just can't do that.
But no, there'd be litter. There'd just be assholes
yeah,
everywhere.
That's true. I didn't really think about how the litter would be everywhere.
Yep. Yeah, I was actually going to ask, so how does the whole no trash can thing work? So when you have trash, you just hold on to it and then...
Well, the convenience stores are pretty conveniently placed, so you could just walk into one and drop it off in there real fast and head to your next spot or whatever.
Sure.
But it has been fairly inconvenient sometimes, because it will just be impossible to find trash cans lots of time. Then you're just like, well, I need to get rid of this. There's nowhere to get rid of it. I don't want to be the one friend who just throwing my trash all around the place when I don't think anybody else is doing it.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
It's interesting how that works. Yeah. Again, definitely not now, but definitely wouldn't work here, unfortunately. If you remove all the trash cans,
generally people don't walk and eat and drink in Japan as much like that as they do in the States.
Yeah, that makes sense.
One of the reasons why it manages to stay so clean.
Okay, I can't argue.
Yeah.
Alright, I guess.
Hopefully, we also can't argue about this next pen.
Ooh, are these our last?
These are the last of the pens. At the time, I thought they looked the fanciest. Looking at them now, they're not.
Oh yeah, they did look
as
really nice.
Fancy looking out of the packaging.
No.
But these are the Bic Glide pens.
There's a little mouse on the clip. See that?
That is not a mouse.
What
that is
it?
the Bic mascot.
Oh, okay. Smooth brain. Let's read these specs here. They got a little ball on the point. Not a ball point, but it has a ball on the point.
Is it not a ballpoint pen?
No, it is a ball point. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. And it has a ball on the point as well that I have to take off. Anyway, there's almost no stats on this pen.
Feels pretty comfortable in the pen as when you hold it. I really admit it does really nicely.
Okay, I'll get there in a second. It has something called a smooth click. I don't know how I feel about it. It's just like a button. It's not a click.
It doesn't give a great feel either.
I'm not.
It almost feels like it doesn't work.
I know. It feels like it's broken.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely one of the smoothest. Let's get Well, hold on. Let me see. Does it? You really have to push down to make it bleed.
Yeah.
And it's definitely. I want to say. I don't know. That was a big one.
Yeah.
Is this
so
the
you
thickest?
Can get it. It might be the thickest actually.
It doesn't say. It just looks like it. What were you gonna say?
I can't remember.
Oh, fair. Well, give me the Pentel, and then let me compare.
Yeah, don't think I like it as much as the Pentel, honestly.
This is the smoothest pen, by far. This Bic.
You think so?
Yeah, 100%. But the Pentel is, I don't know. I feel like I'm just basing off what I like and not like off of the smoothness of the pen.
I mean, that's what makes a pen to you. It's what makes the pen.
Yeah, I mean,
It's actually pretty, does compete with the Pentel quite a bit.
I'm gonna say it's better.
You think so?
If I'm going off of smoothness, that's my biggest trait. This is the smoothest pen. I hate the click, and it's not as nice looking as I thought, but it's the smoothest, and I'm more of a thicker line, not fine tip person. And I think this is the thickest line.
I think I'm going to go with the Pentel just because it's a little harder for me to get it to bleed and make a huge mess all over my hands.
Yeah, that's fair. The Pentel was really good at not bleeding.
Yeah. Quite surprising. I was not expecting the Pentel to rank that high.
I know. For a quote-unquote no-name brand, they're probably a name brand. I just don't know who they are.
Turns out they were the biggest named brand ever.
Yeah.
In the pen industry.
Well, if we look at the time, we're at 1 hour and 22 minutes. Is there anything else we need to talk about? Oh, really quick. New indie artist. Just dropped an album. I don't know if you've heard of him. His name's Kanye West. Small little...
Oh, I think I have heard of him.
Yeah.
What was the name of the album again?
I think it was like Darling, Dimple,
Thinking Donda?
Oh, wow. You're right. Yeah. What'd you think?
I thought it was a pretty good album.
Okay.
Overall, I would say I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know generally how people feel about it. I think I get the impression that people generally weren't huge fans of it.
Okay, so... Alright, so in my opinion, I think it's really similar to the Beach Boys' Pet Sounds, their legendary album, and quite frankly, I just think Kanye is a hack, and he's just stealing their sound. I can't take it anymore. And I'm tired of pretending he's not. No.
I don't know how you could say that. He's the voice of a generation.
There it is. No, in all honesty, though, yes. I thought initially, upon first listen, I didn't like it. Second listen, I liked it a little bit more. And I haven't listened to it again in full, but I'm finding more songs on it slowly but surely that I'm warming up to. Regardless of how I feel about it, because I felt what I'm about to say from the very first listen, when I didn't like it at its most, or when, I don't know how to word that, whatever. People, a lot of people are like, oh, it sucks or whatever. But you also see a bunch of people saying that, like, give this time and it'll be a classic. And I promise you, give this album 5 to 10 years, go on YouTube, you'll see 7-hour video essays on how this was the greatest hip-hop album ever made or something like that.
I could see that.
Promise you, people are going to...
I really didn't think it was, bad, though.
No, I mean, my biggest complaint is that there's no continuity. You'll have a song like Off the Grid, which is pretty like a normal traditional song you could bounce your head to, whatnot. Has that nice beat switch too, which is nice, but then it'll go to I don't know what the next song is, but I'm just saying then you'll have a song like Moon, where it's like an emotional ballad. You don't bop your head to and you don't jam out to. And I'm not saying you can't do that.
There's 27 songs.
Yeah, I'm not saying you can't.
Something.
You can do whatever you want in an album, but the traditional, my monkey brain, from start to finish, when I'm listening to a music album, I'm expecting all of the songs to relatively follow the same structure.
I feel like they did, because I feel like listening throughout the whole thing, everything kind of went well with each other, and sometimes it's hard for me to kind of tell when songs were changing in between one to the other, because not that they sounded super similar, but that they kind of went off of almost like a same beat a bit.
Yes.
So I think it had a good continuity throughout the album.
That's fair.
The moral theme of the album is
I just want to say you're wrong. I'm kidding.
Oh, before I prove I'm right.
No, go on.
No, my thing with the album is I mean, I could be wrong about this.
Yeah, I'm not a musician.
But I feel like there's not a song on there that's really is going to be like a club hit type of song that I'm going to go into like clubs and just hear the DJ throw this on at me. It's like, oh, this is my jam. I have to get on the dance floor type of thing.
I'm going to argue that point, and I'm going to say the one song, my favorite one, that sounds like no other on that album because technically it shouldn't be.
Donda Chant.
Yeah, best song, dude. That's the club anthem. No, I think Believe What I Say. That groovy one. It's like, I don't know,
Maybe
slower tempo, 120 beats per minute or something. I think that could, personally, if that was played in like a public setting and there was a dance floor, I'd be like, let's go. I love the song. I think it's great.
Well, I feel like they'll be played in clubs.
Oh, 100%.
But I don't know. It's going to be like super, like, in the midst of everything type of played.
I understand what you're saying. I don't think there's going to be, out of the entire album, I don't think there's going to be the one song that people think of. Windows. All right, I'll wrap this up just quickly. Yes, I see what you're saying. Because there's so many tracks, and because in my opinion, I think they go all over the place. I don't think there's going to be that one song. I know, like previously mentioned, Moon and Hurricane. I can't remember the other top hits, but like I know on Spotify, Hurricane is the most played.
Yeah.
Even that song, it doesn't give off the feel of like this is the song. Of
Yeah,
the
like,
album.
I feel like none of the songs feel like super club-like song.
No, and
or like, yeah, like you said, like
to be
nothing
fair,
like sticks out for like these songs on the album.
yeah, I don't go to a club very often at all, so I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't even know if they play hip hop in public anymore. Is that even allowed?
Imagine you can. I don't see why not.
I thought it was banned.
Yeah, like I said, I could be wrong.
Isn't music banned?
Yeah. You think about Afghanistan?
Okay, you're right. You are right. Yeah, little indie artist.
Yeah.
Bring him up.
Well, before we end the show, I just want to say that this is the first episode on the count, I guess, up to before we get Elon Musk to make an appearance on the show.
Oh, I can't wait.
So we'll see how many shows we have to do before he agrees to be on our show.
Yeah.
Right now we're at 1.
We're at 1. I'm sure.
Should not be long now, right?
Yeah, at least by episode 10.
Yeah, I'd say by 10 he'd be willing to come off for at least a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, why wouldn't he?
Yeah.
He seems like the type of guy that would like to review things.
Yeah, like maybe we could do piggy banks for episode 10.
Ah, he likes. I'm assuming he likes money.
He's a big space guy.
Big space guy.
So maybe we review spaceships.
Ooh, we could test them out with him.
Yeah.
That's a fantastic idea. Wow. Okay, yeah, probably episode 10.
Probably spaceships.
Probably spaceships. Yeah, episode 10 spaceships. Elon Musk. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'll call him.
All right, and this has been our podcast. Thanks for joining in.
Thank you, and
don't sleep well.
yeah, have a horrible night's sleep because I'm going to.